Hey teachers, in this video I'm going to be going over how I make my own math videos using an iPad. Now if you don't have an iPad you might not get as much out of it, but there's still some general ideas you could take away from it and potentially use on another device. Of course, it's best if you did. Oftentimes as a teacher, I want to give an extra video resource to supplement my content. Sometimes when I give those videos though, they're not exactly what I want. For instance, they might be a little bit too difficult or a little bit too easy for what I'm trying to get across. I like the videos from Khan Academy or Math Antics. They're all great, but sometimes it's just not exactly what you're looking for. But the good news is it's really easy to make your own videos. So of course it goes without saying that you need two main things for this. You need your iPad or another tablet, and you need a note app. So there's a lot of note apps out there. I personally choose to use GoodNotes. You could also use the native Notes app from your iPad or another app like Notability. All of them are good choices, and I like GoodNotes for certain reasons that I'll go over later, but you could do what I'm gonna do with any of those, and if you use a different one or don't have GoodNotes, I think you could still learn from this video and be able to make your own math videos from it. You could also up your game by adding on your own mic to the situation, but luckily the iPad's native microphone is really solid, so I wouldn't worry about that. On top of that, I do use an Apple Pencil. I know, fancy, but you don't need an Apple Pencil. You could use an earlier generation of the pencil, any stylus, or your finger, that's fine. It might not look as good, but you can still make the videos, and that's what counts. So the first thing you're going to want to do is prepare your canvas, so to speak, that you're going to be teaching on. It's kind of like how you lesson plan with a slideshow, maybe posters, your whiteboard, your chalkboard. We're doing the same thing. We're prepping our canvas for our lesson. I'm going to go ahead and open up my GoodNotes app on my iPad, which is in my toolbox. I already have it open to my pre-algebra video problems notebook. So I have a bunch of canvases that I've used in this past year while teaching online of video problems that I've gone through. I'm going to go ahead and create a new page. I like that it's graph paper. That's a GoodNotes thing, that it's graph paper and, you know, math, graph paper. That's a thing. And I'm going to go ahead and start prepping it for the lesson. And what I mean when I say that is I'm going to add a title. So let's say this is solving two-step equations. I'm going to actually move that over a little bit so it's more centered. I'm going to go ahead and add some examples. And then maybe I'm going to add in some notes or some steps that they're going to have to do. I could also potentially add in photos of graphs that could help students if they were graphing using the photo camera right here or this canvas right here. This one takes pictures, this one adds in pictures. Now that I have my canvas set, I'm ready to start recording. It's really easy to start recording on the iPad. You're just going to pull down from the top right of your screen. And you can see that I already have the button pressed because I'm screen recording for you. It's that bottom left button that's beeping on and off. You're going to press that, and in 3 seconds the video is going to start recording. It's going to start recording your screen. Before you do that though, you want to hold that button and make sure your microphone is on. I have done plenty of videos where I forgot to turn on the microphone, and it is a very disappointing moment when you've done a 10-minute video and you realize you had no sound. So be sure to hold that button and it'll bring up turning on the microphone. Once it's pressed, I have 3 seconds to get back to my canvas and start recording the lesson. So I can talk and the students will hear what I'm saying, and I can demonstrate what I want to say as well. So I might highlight that it's two-step equations. In the first step, we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. Whatever, that's up to you. I'm not going to teach you how to solve two-step equations. But the thing that I like about GoodNotes is I have this laser pointer right here that I can use to highlight things, and then it goes away afterwards. I also, of course, love the fact that I get to have multiple colors that I can use to do different things. So for instance, maybe when I subtract, I use orange, and when I add, I use red. That's up to you. But it's really nice that you can use different colors to kind of emphasize different things. Same with the laser pointer. You can emphasize where you're looking because they're not going to see you. They're just going to see the screen. So it's nice for them to be able to see, oh, he's on step 3 right now because you use the laser pointer to point there. Once you're done with your lesson, you just pull back down that top right tab and you're going to repress the screen record button and it's going to stop recording. So I'm going to go ahead and press it and it's going to stop recording. Now that I have recorded my lesson, I need to maybe trim it and crop it so that it's better for the students. So I'm going to go to my Photos app and pull up that screen recording. So it automatically goes into your photos, which is awesome. What we're going to do is edit it so that the first part of the video is directly on our canvas, so to speak. So I'm going to go to Edit, and the editing is super easy with your own iPad's photo app. So we're just going to go ahead and trim it down so that it's right where I'm beginning at, which was right here. That way they don't have to see me drag down that recording thing. I'm just getting the canvas. And then I'm going to end it so that it's also not including that, but just the canvas. So now I have just what I need from that lesson, nothing else, okay? I could also, this is something that I like to do, I like to crop it and crop in so it's just the canvas of the lesson. I don't want them to have to be distracted by the toolbox. I want them to just focus on the lesson. So this is going to go ahead and crop it for me, and now I just have that little window that the lesson is in. Those are really the only two things that I edit on any of my lessons, keeping it really simple. Now that you have your lesson, you can go ahead and upload it to whatever you use to upload. For instance, you could be uploading this to YouTube, maybe your school uses SchoolTube. I'm not going to go over the process of uploading and creating a YouTube account or a SchoolTube account because there's plenty of more capable people who have already done that for me. Go ahead and find those videos online yourself. I was just here to teach you how I make my math video lessons that I can use to supplement my content, either when I'm teaching in school or online. I hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, and good luck in your own teaching.